Hi, everybody. This is Nate. I hope that you are doing really well. And today I wanted to look at something a little bit different. I know a lot of readers, psychics, light workers have talked about Three Eye Atlas, but I have never really read on it. And in one of my videos, I said I would do a specific standalone video about it. But it's something that I'm going to do my way. First of all, I'm not coming with a lot of information about it, so I'm kind of going blind. I will share very quickly some scientific information about Three Eye Atlas very quickly, like a couple minutes. But then I will get into a Lenormand Grand Tableau regarding what it is, what it's doing, what's the message, gathering information about the Three Eye Atlas. And then, as a final piece of study, I will do a channeling of the energy of the Three Eye Atlas after the Grand Tableau. So stay with me. I think it's going to be very, very interesting and fascinating at the same time. All right. So, kind of sharing just very quick some information. You might have heard about Three Eye Atlas. It's also known as C25N1. It's the third confirmed interstellar object ever observed passing through our solar system. Just the third one. 3I in its name stands for third interstellar. I is interstellar. And Atlas refers to the survey, the telescope, if you will, that discovered it. The Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, ATLAS, Atlas Telescope. It's classified as a comet, meaning that it shows activity, coma, and a tail, rather than purely being a rock. And so it's more than just a pure rocky asteroid behavior. It has like an activity within its own self. And we can talk about that, but if it has an activity, does it have a conscious? It was discovered on July 1st, 2025 in Chile by Atlas, the telescope. It's highly hyperbolic, meaning that it's not bound to the sun system and will not return. It's just passing through. The closest approach to the sun was on October 29, 2025. We'll talk about that. And it's fairly distant from the sun, from the Earth, from us, 270 million kilometers. So maybe a bit less of that as miles, maybe 200 miles. Million miles, more than 200 miles, 200 million miles. So safely distant. It's about half a mile by 3 miles, in size. It's rich in carbon dioxide compared to water, and that's also a little bit atypical. It's interstellar, meaning like it comes from outside the solar systems. It may carry material and chemical signature from another star system, which is rare. Invaluable opportunities to study small bodies. The unusual composition, behavior challenge, it's a challenge to us. And what are the open questions? We don't know how large is the nucleus. We don't really understand well the chemical composition. We don't know the origin. We will have to track this back in time. It will be too difficult. We don't know its history, how it will go through the solar system, how it will evolve. We don't know. It was the closest to the sun on 29th of October 2025. Um, and on October 2029, there were some interesting things going on. One was anything related to money and the economy was doing extremely well. There was the US Korea deal, the stock market went up. Anything related to the environment, floods, water, in Asia in particular, like terrible uh, weather issues. So, an interesting, maybe first hint about the environment. So, I've done a grand tableau. If you're not familiar with grand tableau, it is basically taking the 36 cards of the Lenormand, putting them in the tableau, and look how they interact with each other and trying to learn from that. So I'm going to share that. I will show you the screen and try to gather information from the tableau. So let's do that. And I'm expanding this tableau. And basically, I ask, what is 3i Atlas? What it's doing? What's its message? What is the purpose? Is it conscious? Is it not? Kind of all these questions. So you see basically the traditional grand tableau. It has 4 rows of 8 uh, and a row of the bottom of 4. That's called the cartouche. And the 3i Atlas was symbolized before I pulled the card as the ship. As the ship. I could have used the stars, but I feel like we needed the star for other things. And because it's moving, I use the ship. Okay. So here it is. Interestingly, at the bottom of this, at the bottom of this tableau, usually at the bottom of this tableau, there's a particular karmic connection here, because of this line. This line here is called the cartouche. And so it has a very karmic destiny aspect. And interestingly, this was here at the at the at the first card of the karmic destiny, the ship, which is the AI Atlas. So an interesting aspect. I've also noticed, so that tells me like there's something karmic, there's something special about it. So what we're gonna look at as well is some key cards here. Interestingly, we see it very close to the sun, which is kind of interesting because I feel that, let me put it here. The sun here. And so that connection is here. That's what I want to show. The connection with the sun. Those two cards are very connected. The AI Atlas and the sun. Interestingly, also not too far on that next upper row, we have the star. So we have the star here. And then also look at this. We have the moon here. So within the same environment, we have the uh, the sun, the stars, the moon, and we have this kind of bottom part here. All the cards that have to deal with astronomy are very much next to each other, and I thought that was worth noting, that maybe a validation of the reading. Uh, what we see here through this cartouche is we have the 3i Atlas, then we have the sides, which is an end, and then the moon, and then we have the birds. Maybe it's hard to recognize, but we have the birds. What I found very interesting is that there's a theme of communication. The last card is these birds here, and the birds is obviously communication. So we have communication here on the same vertical row as the three atlas. We have the message, and so vertically and horizontally we have this three atlas connected with the sun, the moon, the stars, and having a message. It's also interesting. First card is the child. The child is something new. There's something a bit interesting here to look at here, the snake and the clouds. We're going to look at that in a little bit, but clearly like a challenge, something new in connection to a challenge. And then also the book here is vertically connected, and it has to deal with information. So the theme of information, messages, is coming through a whole lot. And I feel like it has to deal with a message about a prophecy about something that's going to happen. If you look here, we see kind of a challenge here that's coming. And where is that coming to? The snake and the cloud, to the dog and people. And actually we'll look at this woman here as a woman. So this challenge that's being through here talks about a challenge to animals, humans, animals, nature. So there's a concern here that I can see through these cards about something to worry about animals, nature, the living, our ability to live. And you see here something ending. It alerts about something ending with the whip. Is a lot of strength about something ending. And so it's interesting as well that the center of the card here talks about something that's coming, the rider, and an end, the coffin. So, and this, what's coming is problems, the cross to the tree, the environment, and also her housing. This whole part here talks about challenges that are coming to people, animals, trees, nature, and it's a message about risks of an ending. Interestingly, the garden on top of the message, and then we have the fish. I think the ocean here play a big role with the fish. If you look at this narrative here, child, mice, message, something coming, rating problem, stress, a message that's getting worse here for nature, animals, the environment, the planet. The coffin and the tree next to each other with the cross concerns me a little bit, because we're talking about arrival of an end here. I'm observing that. You can also observe that all the things that are on the left, let's put that in blue, on the left of the middle part here, we have here heart, the bouquet, the garden, the lily, the ring, and the animals and the migrations and birth. So everything feels like up till now was going pretty much okay. But then when we get to the right side here, this side, um, then we see kind of the arrival of problems. And so I feel that the message that I'm interpreting here is that the three-eye atlas is sent from the outside of a galaxy by some entities to warn us about the environment, the Earth, how the Earth is between the different planets, and our viability for nature to stay on Earth. The concern about global warming, the concern about biodiversity, the weather issues. It's a message of alert. Now I wanted to look at the houses. So if you're not familiar with Lenormand, each card has a number. You can see each card here as a number. So the child is 23, mice 29, 27, etc., etc. Key is 33. Key means very important. And I will take the key as an example. Key is 33. So you could also look at the 33rd card. So it's 8 rows of 8, 4 rows of 8. It's 32. The 33rd card is the ship, which is the three-eye atlas, which is very interesting because it's in card in position 33, we say that it's in the house of here, in the house of the key. Why? Again, because if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you arrive at 33, and the ship landed in position 33. 33 here is the key. The ship, the three-eye atlas, is in the house of the key. Very interesting, because this is actually the whole point. The very important, the key, it validates the reading in a certain way. So I wanted to look specifically at certain cards and which house they landed. So so the three-eye atlas being in the house of the key tells us that the validation that we're looking at the right thing, this needs to pay attention. This is also a possibility of finding solutions. But also look at this. The three-eye atlas, the ship, is card number 3. So it's the third house. Let's look at what's in the third house. Third house, 1, 2, 3, is the message. So it validates that, and it's in the same row, that this three-eye atlas is about a message. So we're right on point here. Okay, so let's continue here looking at our houses. The rider is what's coming, is a child, so something new. Yes, it is something that is fairly new. The next card is the mice, and it's in the house of the clover. See, there's a 2 here. 1, 2, we see our mice. And so our opportunities, the clover being opportunities, are going to be eaten out. The interesting aspect is the bear is in the house of the tree. The connection between animals and nature is very important. The anchor is in the house of the clouds, meaning our stability is not guaranteed. Also, interestingly, the snake is, you see this 7, maybe you don't see it, but trust me, it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The snake is in the house of a snake. There is a problem. Clouds in the house of coffin tells us that there is an ending that is at risk. It's not clear that the ending. I think the Treya Atlas says there's a risk. The bouquet, okay, we're in the left side, we're talking about what was going on before. So that was fine. Whip and the bouquet, a lot of positive energies here. The birds in the garden, animals and the animals and the animal kingdom. Then we have the key in the house of the child, 23, something no something new. So that is very much the newness of the three-eye atlas. The man is in the house of the star, so our connection with the galaxy is also an interesting aspect. What did I find interesting too? The rider is in the house of the garden. And so talking about the environment once again. Mountain, the coffin in the house of the mountain, a problem here that is coming through. The woman, it's also us at a crossroad. The mountain that we see here with the mice, also a problem. The fox in the house of the heart. So that really talks about the challenges of our well-being. Interesting that the book is in the house of the ring. You see the ring is 25. If you count 3 lines of 8, 24 plus 1, 25. 25 is the book. I feel like it's about a discovery. The ring, in my view, is a union, but also a discovery. In health, it's a diagnostic. And the sun, we have this interesting sun in the house of the book, 26. So, secrets. The book is closed. I feel like we don't know everything yet. There's a secret aspect. The whip is in the house of the letter, the message, and in that same row and connection with the three-eye atlas. The clover, interesting as well because it's in the house of the man, which means opportunities. The woman in the house of the cross, it's the spirituality. Men and women talk to me about people in general. So we have a message of hope, opportunity, which means like it's not this danger, it's just a risk at this point. It's not a prophecy. The star is in the tree, sorry, is in the house of the lily. So the future of the environment. The sun is in the house of the tower. The tower shows a lot of strength. And then the star in the house of the moon. So we have the sun, the moon connected with the three-eye atlas. The three-eye atlas we already saw is in the house of the key. And then the moon is the house of the anchor, which means like the future is not set yet. Still a lot of uncertainties. Cross and bird in the house of the cross, that tells me that it is also talking, the birds, of a risk. So it validates that. I think an important aspect with this house is that the risk that we see for the environment is not a prophecy. It is something that is a risk, but we don't have necessarily to experience this risk. It's a warning that the way that the environment, the flora, the fauna, the human race, we are at risk. And I felt like this is bringing us a message to pay attention to this three-eye atlas in order to get a sense of warning. Basically, the fact that it's an alert system with a telescope, also talks a little bit about this warning. Drawing some lines here, I'm going to use a technique that's called nineting. So, example, the nineting is one, it's a process of 2 and 1 and 1 and 2. You'll see that easily. 1 and 2. The three-eye atlas is connected to the book, is connected to secret. 1, 2, and 1, the three-eye atlas is connected to the cross, which is spirituality, but also a risk. This message here, 2 and 1, connecting to the key. The key connected to the snake, the risk that is coming. Interesting, man and woman are also connected via 19, the people. Let's look at something else. This connection here with, let's see if I see something. The tree, I feel like it should knight with something. Well, yes, it's an alert about the environment. So that's like a very important aspect too. The writer comes about the environment. And I feel that that's what this message is really with this tableau. So I'm going to do a recap here, and then we'll go to our channeling. So let me unshare. So what did we learn through our tableau? Let's recap. First, that there's an entity coming through the three-eye atlas that's bringing us messages that are more of a warning than a prophecy. This entity has a message that we are at risk of creating a danger for the environment, for the planet, for the animals, for us, that we should take it seriously. We're not taking it seriously. That day, remember I mentioned like everything relating to business, when that day when it was the closest to the sun, it was showing the impact of anything related to, the consumerism, the finances, the money, and the danger with the weather issues all over the planet. And so the risk of looking for constantly making money at the expense of the environment. That's the main message. And I felt like there's more to come. We saw the book, we saw that connection, very karmic connection from the three-eye atlas, from the sun, the stars, the moon, lots of layers there. But clearly, it was interesting. The left part of the reading was about life before and the risk of what life can be after, with that double snake, with the clouds, with the scythe, with the mountain. And so I think we're right in the middle. We're really right in the middle, exactly where the three-eye atlas was positioned, at the bottom, right in the middle. It's interesting it was in the bottom because it's not about the three-eye atlas, it's about us. We're in the middle, and it's coming in a karmic destiny as a messenger. So I wanted to do a reading now, connecting with the entity of the three-eye atlas. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my crystal quartz here as my channeling tool. I have some psychic vision oil, third eye oil. And I'm gonna use a few drops on my crystal. And that's enough. Yes, lots of herbs and psychic eye. Some water before we get started. And let me pass on this crystal. Interesting. It wants a little bit more. It wants more. Okay. All right. Now we're talking. Now I feel that energy. Okay. So let's channel the information from the three-eye atlas and check if we are on the right track here, if we can get some extra information. So what I'm doing here is I'm closing my eyes, taking a deep breath. And actually, you can do this with me. And I'm just going to breathe 3 times. Take a big inhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to activate my third eye. I'm going to connect and grow the energy that I feel in my solar plexus, expanding and expanding. And I feel this expansion of my energy coming out of my solar plexus, going out and out and out and growing like a bubble all around me. My energy from my solar plexus. And I'm reaching towards the energy of the three-eye atlas. And I'm feeling the energy of the three-eye atlas. And I'm blending my energy with the energy of the three-eye. Blending. Are you willing to talk with me? Yes. We've been wanting to talk to you humans. We want to be noticed. We want to be with you. We want to be seen. We're here to help you. We're here to notify you. We have been created. We have been created outside the galaxy that you know by an entity. We are concerned about the state of the world, about the environment. What you have with you, it's very precious. Nowhere else do they have this. You have to protect it. We need this energy. Who is we? The entity in the other side of the solar, the galaxy, the entity that created you, okay? You need this, okay? We need this. We're gonna come closer to you. You have not seen us fully. Through our comet, we are gonna make more signs. And you're gonna see colors that you've never seen ever in your life. You think you've seen it all with a rainbow. The light is so strong. If you see me moving my head, it's because it's the light, the sunlight, and the light is so strong, like it's very hard for me, even eyes closed. We're gonna have colors that you've never seen before that will show you like a crystals all the different vibrations, all the different frequencies. You only operate at a limited frequency. You will see life with new frequencies, new colors, new music. You have not seen life as it is. You're seeing it with a very limited ability. There is so much more. With time, in your lifetime, you will see me with different colors. You will see me with different spectrums. You will see me showing you the light. That light that's so, so bright. It's so bright. What can we do? You know what to do. You have to protect the animals. You have to protect nature. Water. Water is the source of everything. Do you foresee, yes, earthquake? They just can hear me. Earthquakes. 2027 earthquake. A big earthquake. And a volcano. It's like earthquake slash volcano. In America, in the American continent in 2027 of significance. Fumes. Those are alerts from Gaia, but we're here to alert you. Okay. In Asia as well, but this is more water and tsunami. What about in Europe? What are the danger fires in 2026? South of Europe. Yes, I'm not surprised. Okay. Connecting with you. What can humanity do at this time? You know that we are suffering under Donald Trump. What can you tell us about Donald Trump? The man is small. You worry about him, but in comparison with the universe, his life is nothing. His life is limited. His life is coming to an end. You'll see when. Don't worry about Trump. Focus on the good. Focus on helping your friends, your neighbors. Focus on the environment. Focus on the animals. Focus on the quality of food. Water, water, water. Keep clean water. The sun, okay, the sun will be acting up. Are you talking about solar flares? Yes. It will lead to some darkness, which would be, yeah, like lacking electricity or internet. Yeah. Not for a long period of time. Love, of course. Treat love as a rainbow. Triai, what else you see for us? Do you have any other messages? Continue to study music frequency. Continue to study frequency. This is this is how you find solution. Energy coming out of frequency that are, oh, nature can heal itself. You just have to use the right frequency. The medicine for the earth is the earth itself. You have to study it. It's the science, but it's also spiritual. People doing Reiki, like light workers, are healing the earth. Thank you. You will see more colors of me. This will be my message of this connection with you. When the three-eye atlas will show more colors, this is a significance that you've heard this message, that this is me talking with you. I will show more colors, more vibrations, more frequencies. Colors that you've not seen before, okay? Can you tell me more about who's on the other side, who created you? You call us aliens. You call them alien. We are life, but in a different kind of life. We are more soul than body. We don't have the joys that you have on earth. You should have a lot of gratitude right now. Always pray for your gratitude. Work with rivers. Rivers are very, very important. How can we work with rivers? Like a ritual by the river, or making sure that the connection between the river and animals. We will have to always have water for, okay, always have water for animals. Thank you. Do you have a last message for 2026? An explosion, a big explosion in a city, in a big city, a big explosion. You cannot stop this. This explosion, it's from very bad people. Revenge, harmful. Pray for them before so you can stop this. Pray for peace on earth. Thank you. Thank you. I remember some of it, but I will have to look at the transcript. Lots of messages here. Um, I hope that you enjoyed this session. It was very, very bright for me. Like I was very bothered by the light, particularly coming here. Um, it was very, very bright. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I hope this inspires you. This makes you think. And I see you very soon for another video. Thank you.